Anecdotally, I think the bonk things tend to spawn on turns where I draw or play parasites. I'll have a look. I'll see if I find that as well. All right, Pengbit. What coin do we want to go with? So we're not rigging either side, but we can set. In fact, do we gamble at all? Yeah, we have Raw that gambles. Sifting Coin does give me the ability to discard. It's just like constantly flipping to heads is going to be like Decisive Call. It effectively just says draw a card, right? And it's only really when we have it in the same hand as, I guess, Visionary. Yeah, I guess because I took this set, I can use this. Fair. Let's try it. Thanks, Ebel. First graft. Whenever you spend your last charge, draw a card. That is incredible for us. Okay, I'm done talking about the list. I don't necessarily not care. It's just I don't have anything to respond to about it. Yeah, clicker is great. Rig at the start is kind of great. Yeah, but it rigs heads, and heads make me discard a card every time now. And the only thing in my deck that actually even gambles is Raw. The rest of it is set. Rig at the start is great if you're also going into that build. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Isn't this the guy? This guy's part of the Boggers. If I make this guy love me, doesn't this give me the... save your money for upgrade. I'm definitely going to do that, but... if I make this guy love me, doesn't that give me the when you draw Parasite, heal Resolve and heal health effect? This guy's love is Bog Pauldrons, I think. What is Bog Pauldrons? Broadly unfamiliar. So usually here on the first day, now that the market has opened up, I would immediately go there and I would try and pick up a graft. I should still probably check it out and see the graphs. Defensive buff, I don't remember the activation criteria. Okay, fair enough. So is it only like the Bog Chemists that give you the Parasites are good for you situation? There's a negotiation you can allow. Right, yeah. I should also go to the negotiation there for a little bit of health restore as well. I'll take Felmo's mission first, though. So is there a global rule for which of these are good and which of these are bad? Like, should I always avoid striped, or should I always go for red or something like that? Or is it basically two of them are good, one of them's bad, take as many chances as you'd like to take? Also, one thing that I didn't check at the time is... where are you? There we go. Spooked. Spooked is removed upon sleep. Can't imagine they'd make him preset. I think the events are deterministic, but I don't know what the rewards are from this. All right. Red one is losing HP. The stripes one is gaining resolve. Screw it. The rotten one is 5 max HP. Lose 10 HP. Oof. All right. Probably not much more combat for me today. Dang. Discarded a lot of my cards there, game. Rude. I'm gonna improvise to look for defense here. Gruff, that's a defend, I guess. I believe the developer has to think about the prices of graphs, and cheap ones just OP. I mean, Clay themselves oftentimes take a very hands-on approach to continually balancing their game, so I don't imagine that's unlikely for them to do. set to tails, discard the snails. I could also set this to heads after I play the rationale to possibly draw defense, which is what I'm looking for ideally. Ooh, there we go. Works out perfectly. Stem's getting some solid experience in these fights, gotta say. Please compose me. That'll do. Compose him. Oh, I already had all of the composure with the boosted rationale. Oops. That's fine. Good coin. Yeah, the coin is working out well. It's I previously had this with the gamble twice on my call-its, which that was a lot worse because like I gamble twice and I get 2 heads and I have nothing left in hand and I lose. Wait, this one is attacking. Yeah, okay. So Pleasantries and then Visionary Rationale and Rationale is enough. Oh, gotta love when I draw the roar and the snail at the same time and they trigger each other. If I attack the enemy at all this turn and full defend, the enemy dies. So I might not want to full defend if that's possible. Flustered. Defend myself here. The idea being that we're not going to hit the enemy back for 3 damage because they will hit something that's unprotected. Great. They just got impatient, so now is the last round I can use for gaining experience on my cards. So we'll go Pleasantries. If this hits for 3, that's still completely fine, and then I can Brute afterwards. What are your thoughts on the card EXP upgrade mechanics? It seems interesting, but it also seems like it encourages stalling in every fight, which sounds like it could get tedious. That is definitely something that I've found important in the early fights. I think as you go up the prestige levels, that's going to become less and less viable. Like, you do want to try and stall out the fight for every little bit of extra experience you can get, but I imagine at the higher prestige levels, you can't really do it too much. At least that's also kind of my hope. This one might be tall. Put some damage in the deck. Because I'm eventually going to remove this no matter what I take here. What prestige you want? Prestige number 1. I've only just unlocked prestige 1. Definitely harder at the higher prestige. Totally agree. Okay, cool. Glad to hear it. Deal max damage says tall is better. Yeah, the fact that it says, you know, deal max damage on the card, and the fact that I can also set to the side whenever I want, and often I will set to heads for the sake of drawing another card. I'll probably take the tall Pleasantries here. That makes sense, but wouldn't you also need it most on higher prestige? My performance in these low prestige runs has a lot of slack in the line, I think is probably one of the best ways to say it. I think, like, as you go up the higher prestige levels, like, obviously you'll be able to upgrade your cards less, but also you'll be faced with harder challenges. And I think both of those will combine to remove a lot of slack from that line. Are you attempting a negotiation deck with red-green balance? Not really. I'm kind of going for a discard dominance deck. Tall. This one destroys, I take it. I'm going to take the static 4 over the gamble for 5, 100% here, because I'm not rigging. If I was rigging, then, you know, crown, but no. Okay, now we can actually, for the first time, do what I said I would do last stream, which is let's look at the pool of these, figure out how many of them are good results for the deck that we're probably going to be building, and then figure out if I want to go for improvise upgraded cards or improvise out of a more a larger set of cards, right? So prepare a card and give your prepared cards +2 damage and bonus damage until the end of the turn. Those could end up helping us. There are prepared dominance cards, prepared hostility cards. I think there is actually one that gives you dominance though. Slight is good. Draw a card, discard a card. Aloof is also good. Flip, that's also good. Fluster them, also good. Draw 2 cards, also good. 1 bonus action, possibly not. Rig, possibly not. So there's 2 not great results here. I'd personally go for versatility over power. But the thing is, like, the shifty and bank aren't good for us yet, right? So we do have 4 garbage options here, as well as 5 good ones. The other thing about stalling is it's not just about if you can full block on that turn, but you'll have to be able to safely block or end the fight on the next turn. In high prestige, a bad draw can mean losing a lot of health. That's fair. That definitely sounds like it'd be kind of an issue as we go on. Cool. Bank can hit your brutality, though. It can. It can. Especially if I'm discarding other cards and I have other things in my build to discard, I can prepare a card at will as well. Let's go strictly on what picks are bad for you. There's 2 bad ones. The prepares are terrible. The draw discard means you'd be better off not having the card negativity. Yeah. But then think about it, like, if I get all of these options, like, am I going to want to pay 1 energy for any of these options here? As they currently stand? Going card negative is fine if you want to put, if you get cards you want to put in your hand. I'm taking the upgraded one. I think the majority of those either are currently or will in the future continue to be or become even better results. Another spotty, right? I think you just never don't take that. Yeah, Foulmouth discards a card, but spotty. Do those improvised cards stick around? Well, no, they expend, but you can just not play them and expend them later. Alright, let's have a look at the graphs here. I'm not going to buy any of them necessarily, but I will look. Whenever you gamble and get heads, draw a card. That's really good, though. There's also the Paratil Integrator. Don't be tricked. I know, I'm not gonna do it, but it is good. Diplomacy cards deal 2 bonus damage when you have any influence. That is really good as well. Alright, combat graphs. When you have no charge, all your attacks deal 2 bonus damage. Study guide at the start of each turn, gain 2 concentration in. Oh, very tempting, very tempting. But I will try and stay strong. Make contact with the rise. Beat up Necto to establish my dominance. I mean, I am the aggressor in that. Yeah, no, I have low health and I have high resolve. I want to go for the convince option here and try and heal up my health while doing so. Sell your current graft if you can. I don't think there is any way to sell grafts. Set the coin to snails, discard the snail. So which cards am I playing this turn? Because I have to figure out if I'm playing Promoted Trickery first. I'm definitely playing Pleasantries and Pleasantries. I'm also playing Boosted Rationale, which means I'm not playing Assertive Grumble, which means I am playing Promoted Trickery. Okay, cool. Promote the Trickery first. I'm just going to leave that card in the deck. I'm not going to play it this turn. Why is Assertive Grumbles cost red? So I think what happened there... Did it? Hang on. No, okay, so it's from Call to Rise. At the start of each turn, a random card in hand costs 1 extra action this negotiation. So it's the effect they hit there. So he's saying you'll switch sides, setting you onto the rise path. No, I'm pretty sure like there are just like a couple moments over the course of the run that decide what you are. But you're a spy, right? You're an infiltrator, you're a double agent. You tell both people that you're on their side constantly, regardless of whether or not you are. Call to Rise, aka the reason I hate playing Rook's campaign. Yeah, it is, especially with a thinner deck, because it doesn't, like, remove it, does it? Yeah, no, Assertive Grumble is still more expensive. Sometimes it can just lock you out of certain cards, unfortunately. Hey, Ollie-Ball. How's it going? Wait, this negotiation, so does that mean every turn a card permanently costs more? Yes, and yes, it can make things unplayable. Although, you know, I rarely have cards in my deck that cost 3, but it can happen. I'm still gonna play the expensive pleasantries here, just for the experience on it. You're a triple spy because you're on the side of the bog. Exactly, you're right. I'm just here to try and feed both Kalandra and Felimo to the bog. I'm leading them both there, and then I will allow them to kill one another, and then I will, of course, ascend as Bog God. It's been the plan the whole time. Gain 2 actions. Definitely want to destroy Sympathizer this turn, because I have a lot of draw. Speaking of draw, let's do some draw. I mean, I guess I discard... No, I'm going to get extra actions. I'm going to discard Promoted Trickery. I might actually burn Spooked Out here. Yeah, sure. All hail the Bog God. Ooh, Tinnitus. When this card is drawn, deal 2 damage to a random friendly target. Dang. You can also have a look at this. Costing a lot. Thankfully, they do give you Brainwash. Not Brainwash, sorry. They give you Call to Action. So you do have the ability to kind of like work around it a little bit. I think I might just go for the kill this turn though. I might not even be able to hit the kill this turn. Never mind. Spend all dominance, gamble, and deal 2 damage to a random target for every dominance spent. So, Sal has a version of this for the diplomacy build, spending influence. We're not gaining dominance that quickly, but the more snails I get in this deck, the more dominance I gain more quickly. Maybe Reckless becomes my finisher. Gamble and deal 2 damage to a random enemy for every dominance spent. So it gambles every single time as well, which means that it will be drawing and discarding cards like snails. That one's good with the dominance coin. I may end up going with the dominance coin. Like, I'm going to put other cards in this deck that allow me to discard cards themselves. It's 50-50, so you're card neutral on that, right? Yeah. Although, you know, unreliably. Looks like a great card to hold space in the deck. Let's have a look at some of the other ones. Trade, so spend 2 influence and gain 3 dominance. If, I don't know if I will take the other one that turns up, the gain 2 influence only for the stand. What are its upgrades? That's a good point. Make it cost 1 or deal 3. Yeah, sounds about right. Rig 2 heads, then improvise a hostile card from your draw pile, and improvise plus gives you more options, or rig 3 heads. Yeah, probably definitely not there. I'll take Reckless Insults. It's not good for us yet, but we might be able to do something with it. Pale seems better. For the fact that you will likely be able to pick up more dominance on the turn with a dominant heavy deck with the extra energy that you won't be spending to play it, I think so as well. Really depends what amount of dominance you can get to as to which will be ultimately better though. Hang on. Think I've gone through. Yeah, I think I went through this one before in the YouTube series, so we're fine. Call Collector. Heck yeah. 17 HP. Alright. Kilka, what do you have? If the target has metallic, apply stun, expend, replenish. I took this last time very early on, expecting it was going to be incredible for us, and it wasn't. Even slightly. Had my hopes up high. Okay, as you're walking down the road, you hear the sounds of fighting. You look around the trees and see a member of the Rise stuck in the mud of the bog. Around her, you see a couple of urchins circling their potential prey. Just as you're about to continue, she sees you. Hey, you there! You have to help me! I don't really have to do anything. No, please. I'll pay you, I promise. Just get me out of this. I mean, I want the experience. Leave in a hurry. Zambul will have a diminished opinion of me for the, final couple seconds of their life. I want some more experience on my battle cards because I'm about to go on a combat mission. And these are just experience farms. Hang on, which one's attacking me? It's that one. Cool. Bye-bye. Gets replaced with another one that's not attacking yet this turn. So my goal is effectively just every turn try and remove them from the field so they don't use their attack. All right. 66% chance this works. Sorry about the damage, Rebel. Well, sorry-ish. You disappear. We'll go with that, and then you'll make that one run away, and then I'll make that one run away. Probably shouldn't have used the shovel there, actually. Shovel doesn't gain experience. Why'd I do that? Diseased. Okay, yeah. Reduce your maximum health by. Yeah, that's fine. This is energizing, so it's no problem either. I need to use this fight to try and get my my bog secrets. That's definitely what I have to do. Okay, so I'm looking for some defense this turn then. Maybe I should cripple the target that's about to damage me. It's you. Yeah. I'm just going to focus on playing the bog secrets as many times as I can here. Secret bog. Finally, a bog just for me. You can't see your charge? The whole cam safe thing is not working. What if I put it over on the other side? Let's do that. There we go. Alright. See how I'm entirely within the boundary of it? Like, even a little bit smaller than the boundary of it? Let's see if this works. See, it's still covering the help. The bog secrets I've seen are really good. How many upgrade options are there? It's not upgrade, they're hatch, so we can't see. Now we can't see the enemies. Yeah, I think honestly putting myself on this side is still going to be better. Like occasionally, if we have a couple people in combat, we'll lose a little bit of information, but this is probably the best that we can do. It's a really nice option that needs some working out. 100% agreed. I kind of want to try and deal 5 damage to the urchin this turn to make it disappear before it gets attacked. Yeah, because that 7 will instantly kill it. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, the burn tree is apparently after everything else. Whoops. I mean, giving mending to that wild urchin is actually really good, though. Gunsmoke. Start blasting. I could honestly, like, even accelerate and hunker down here. And in fact, I should accelerate. Heals right back up. Twig's almost upgraded as well. We're not running out of experience yet. I'm gonna save Lucid Hunker down into deck for a while. I don't need to remove it right now. This will take the enemy out this turn if I use the lucky shot. No, I want to play the Bog Secrets more. Yeah, there goes Fatigue. Now, this is interesting. When this card reaches full EXP. Okay, yeah, so Bog Secret isn't going to work here. That makes sense. Yeah, it's not going to be able to hatch. Fine. I actually should have naturally defended myself that turn. Whoops. Kick him. Excellent. Urchin Musk. Remove composure from an enemy argument. Gain dominance equal to the composure removed. Destroy after one use. There's 2 of those. They do not replace themselves. I don't know if I want either of these. Interesting thing I found, abilities that remove debuffs can take off fatigue, although it comes back at the start of the next turn. Yeah, someone said that to me 2 streams ago, as I was running a self-debuff removal Sal build. It's really interesting that you can do that. I imagine they may change it, though, because it seems like that's a little exploitable for them. Okay. Apply 2 burn with blast, sure. I really don't want more charge. I'm gonna need, so I'm not playing either of these Lucid Hunker Downs until I desperately need them, but I'm gonna need to find ways to include more defense in the deck, because, like, obviously they'll be better than the Hunker Downs, like the basic cards in the deck, but still, I'm so close to not having any defense. Another lucky shot? I mean, my whole thing is don't have many cells. Sure. So we're doing a burn deck this time around? Yep. Zamble loves me. At the end of turn, surrendered allies gain 10% of their max health. Ooh, I also get stuff from this. Let Zamble go without payment. You already love me, so there's no reason to let you go without payment. Shockbox. Yeah, I think I might take the money here, actually. Shockbox does have replenish, so it's completely fine. It's not card negative or anything like that, right? But there are so few metallic enemies that I actually end up running into. Well, I guess the Rise have more Cobble bots and stuff like that. I still want the money. Take the money, take the money. Let's bounce. Whew. Hashing Barons, but didn't need the money. Notice JT is holding a list of activation codes. A technician is trying to finish the mech calibration while a contingent of Baron guards patrol the area. Should I be trying to do this in particular? Using the Stolen Rise keyword? It's Vermilion. The automech you hacked was to life. Oh, hell yeah! But this is against Spark Barons. I am a Spark Baron. Oops. Tendrils. When this is in your hand, gain 2 power. Take 2 damage whenever you play a card. I'm gonna remove that. I'm a Deep Bog Secret. I'm gonna shoot ya. actually requires the player to remember it. Amazing. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Renowned Explorers in that fashion as well. Like, Renowned Explorers did kind of ask you to remember a few things, which I was fine with. To be fair, I played that game so commonly that it was difficult to forget any of those. Did we accidentally a rebellion? Sometimes we accidentally rebellions. It happens, you know? What good old DOS games? What is the fifth word of the third paragraph of page 12 of the manual? Wasn't that like a kind of like early DRM kind of situation? Make sure that you have the manual rather than just like a early DRM. Yeah. Okay. Cool. End the fight early. I have another bog secret I want to play. Take 8 damage to bog secret here. I mean, you got to get the let this guy live if you want to side with the Barons, right? I imagine so. But in particular, I'm thinking like, if this is my final battle for today, then I can afford to actually take the damage here and then just roll for deep bog secret next turn. Is there a battle after this? There's always a boss, I think. Day 1? Yeah. Okay. Guess I'm gonna lucky shoot him. Well, actually, no. We accelerant, we blast, and then we lucky shoot. One burn and one scorch to all enemies. See, there aren't like a huge amount of AoE fights. And stacking more burn on a single target, it's still damage to all allies. I think it's boosted accelerant. Like, only if you're constantly fighting 3 enemies at the same time is this better. So we go for the boosted there. Apply scan to a random enemy. Scanned is whenever you attack this target, draw 1 card. That's great, right? In single target fights, it's incredible. In multi-target fights, it's okay. Defense. This is apply 4 defense, fully charged, gain 4 counter, and then upgrades to be 6 and 6. The thing is, I'm never fully charged. I'm intentionally avoiding it. What I didn't realize about scan is that it doesn't wear off. Yeah, scan stays. You corner the technician. What should I do with you? I can keep my mouth shut. I swear about it. What is Jati's greatly improved opinion of me? Because civilian foreman, does that make it voice of the people? Is it voice of the people? The negotiation argument that just does 2 damage to enemies? But this is money. Voice of the people is laborers, right? Yeah, you're right. This is foreman. You definitely cannot have voice of the people. You're a man of power. But what if I parade as a populist? Whilst exclusively enriching myself and my friends. I mean, there's no historical context for anything like that. So it'd be interesting to do. Alright, go for the improved opinion. IMO 60 shills is nothing, but the improved opinion might not matter to me, right? Feud citizens that you meet for the first time others like you. Alright, just made a lot of enemies. Sorry, I can't leave any loose ends. No! You collect up automech processing cores that are laid strewn about. The reminder came out of the silent automechs with a satisfying pop. Just looked it up, and it's each negotiation at a random authority card. Yeah, I don't like those, actually. I'm totally fine without that. Thank you for the money, mate. 6 max resolve. At the start of each combat, discard up to 2 cards in the... hang on, no. Our battle deck is not the discard deck. Yeah, no, that's not the one for us. Start of each turn, gain an overcharge. I mean, gaining an overcharge at the start of each turn. Overcharge increases the max damage of your cards. So that'll increase, like, the max damage of my lucky shot. Changing its range a little bit. But no, it's just 2 bonus damage per cell. That's not even affected by it. It's not like a multi-hit or anything like that. Boss combat overcharges damage. It is damage, but it's also, like, nothing. The rejig helps you curate your opening hand, though. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, this is actually, like... It doesn't synergize with anything I have, but also this doesn't anyway, right? This at least upgrades to give us 4 cards as well, so we can curate our opening hand to be pretty ridiculous. This is, yeah, each turn. This is at the start of combat, just so that I can get off to a good start. Front-loaded damage in games like this matters a lot more than, like, consistent damage. Because if you can take a target out, then you completely invalidate the damage they will ever deal to you in that fight. So it ramps? No, because overcharge does get reduced by half each turn, and it rounds down as well, so you'll lose it. I'll take rejig. I don't really like any of those, but yeah, I'll go with the rejig. I hate that I can't just make Fleckfist love me right now. Yeah, let's have a look at the Rise equipment. Porta Blanca. Yeah, no, I saw all those before. Cool. Ooh, Autodog Roadstall. Hang on. Do I want it? I don't... Autodogs cost money, and the Autodogs that don't cost money die instantaneously. Do you still have a link to buy the game? I mean the content creator link? Yeah, exclamation mark Griftlands will get it for you. It still links to the... Yeah, there you go. That one already has the affiliate code automatically put in. Heal? This is Resolve Heal, isn't it? Quiet Clearing has revealed a path to a peaceful clearing in the bog. This could also be maxed Resolve. I'd probably take that. Autodog Day 1 Savior? Really? I mean, I only have 13 HP, but my battle deck is actually, like, relatively advanced for this point in time. Doesn't the max resolve option cost health, though? I thought it cost resolve. I thought it was, like, +5 max resolve, lose 20 resolve. Can you handle the boss? Can the boss handle all this? Yeah, we can. There you go. Yeah, it's lose resolve to get this, so meditate. Food time. Is it? I want to save my money. Do I need to heal? I mean, I am going to be playing Bog Secrets. I've got a Gaff in the deck. That's really good. I've got these 2 Hunker Downs. That's also really good. Maybe just buy 1 food. I am light on defensive cards. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I don't like that I'm doing this. Why not? Because it costs money. Bog Secrets are so strong. Yeah, they do nothing. Oh, it's so good. Alright, just eat them. 5 resolve, and I got a horrible rash. I don't know if I lose that at the end of my turn. When this card is drawn, gain 1 flustered, so you lower your damage. Oof. That's a negotiation, though. Yeah, it's a negotiation. I don't have negotiation, so I'm gonna have to remove that from the deck. Rough. Got 5 resolve for it, so... And that's the only one I can eat? I was hoping I would be able to get the rest of it. Alright, Threequa. Zero reason not to, as in zero reason not to heal. I can think of 50 reasons not to heal, and all of them are a single shill. So there's the fear. I mean, I have the composure and damage this turn. Maybe I just compose and damage. Whenever Threequa's arguments or bounties are dismissed, slash damage is converted to composure instead. So we want to finish turns with a brute or something like that. I think I might actually just go straight for Stoic right now. I want to get Stoic super weak so that then I can destroy something like other arguments really quickly and then just finish Stoic immediately after. Moment of weakness. If this argument is dismissed, deal 3 damage to the owner's core resolve and then spawn 2 new moments of weakness. So I need to obviously not lose that. Let's set the coin to heads to remove the visionary bottom snail. Some extra stuff. I mean, second dominance this turn actually does matter. Hang on, we'll promoted trickery first because we will be using that. And set to flustered. Yeah. This isn't for this. Oh, maybe I leave the flustered in the deck because it's not important this turn, but it will possibly be important 2 turns later. Yeah, I'll leave that in the deck. This boss is so much easier than the other one, in my opinion. I'm still yet to have done enough runs to know, like, oh, these are the 2 options for bosses you can get at this point. These are the different things between them. Only just now in Sal's have I started to realize the difference between, like, Zin, the assassin, Zin, and Hanbi, right? I'm still very early on in my my Griftlands experience. Are we using Riggs on the negotiation deck? His kill card is pretty good. Are we using Riggs on the negotiation deck? His kill card is pretty good. Oh, as in this enemy? If I kill them, I'll get a card that... Right, no, I have no Riggs in the negotiation deck. It's only 1 damage being taken there, that's fine. Set the coin, get rid of the snail. That did only give me 1 dominance. It gave me 2 cards and 1 dominance, despite the fact that it says 2 dominance. Wait, I should bring up the... Card text's wrong. This card gives 1 dominance, not 2. Thank you for good game. Smile, heart. Very good. Soraka the Diamond, thank you very much for the Twitch, for the tier 1 subscription. Enjoy modes in chat and welcome to the Republic. I mean, that can afford to take 1 damage. That's fine. If I use Reckless Insults here, though, actually, maybe? Because I want experience on Reckless Insults. I gotta start playing it at some point. It's Greg the Elbow Master. I love that username so much. Yeah. Discard. That. That one. It's a decent situation to gain experience with Reckless Insult. Yeah. Yep, definitely seems it. Ooh, Brute is now really good for taking out Fear as well. But actually, the enemy's not even going to hit me this turn. That's fine. So it is that. But Pleasantries also gets upgraded if I play that this turn. What do I have left in the deck? Incept Flustered. Oh, hell yes! Draw that. Incept the Flustered. Enemy is going to get... Yeah, the spillover damage gives them Composure. So I pleasantries the middle first and then brute. I probably don't want that many bonus actions on turn 1. I don't have cards for high enough cost. I wasn't supposed to take damage that turn. I know I gave them the Impatience, but I thought Impatience only powered up their stuff in the next turn after. At least that was my understanding. Oh well. Tinnitus, why? So rude. Alright, fine. I have to end the combat. Get out of here. Grunt. Prepared. Deal +3 damage and draw a card. This is actually a decent card to prepare, but do I want it? Potential upgrades, extra damage or extra base damage. No, I probably just want the ones that prepare and give you dominance. That Slogstorm art, though, I do like that a lot. This is the last negotiation of the day? Yeah. Yeah, but giving the enemy, like, impatience and stuff like that felt like it was eventually going to get away from me like that. Hate that Slugstorm isn't increased by dominance. Yeah, it seems like it would be good if it was. Okay. Probably gain 1 dominance afterwards, honestly. Yeah, because honestly, like, the difference is, like, having 1 dominance before playing Brute. The difference in damage in terms of this. Is it just me or does Brute seem terrible? Does it? It hits all enemy targets. If you hit multiple different arguments and remove them, you overflow damage onto the core resolve a bunch of times in the same turn. Get a ridiculous amount of damage. Hey Maxwell, how's it going, bud? Good to see you. Hey, get that Destroy. When this is drawn, gamble and draw a card. Gamble, then discard a card. I think I want more cards in hand so that out of all the cards in hand, I have in hand an option that allows me to discard other cards. Also, at the moment, I'm using my sifting for discarding cards, but there's a coin later, I believe, that has snails. The effect is draw a card, then discard a card, which, perfect. Brute is excellent if you're not going for a dominance heavy play. I did end up drafting into a dominance heavy. Like, to me, it feels like I either use, like, Brute kind of at will when it's, like, desperately necessary, or as a finisher, right? For overflow for a ridiculous amount of damage to the core resolve. Get him. Ooh, I have +1 action this turn. So that gives me the ability to Deep Bog Secret. I really want to scan him this turn. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Maxwell. Yeah, no, I did see the can't decide what share to get because can't sit on any of them. Does scan stack? That's interesting. I don't know. What are those Deep Bog Secrets? So this is just a card that's garbage for me right now, but when it hatches, it'll apparently become incredible. I do want to scan them on the first turn, but I'm accepting 3. Oh, I'm not accepting 3 damage if I do that. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Because, yeah, I get the 3 block from the charges. I just couldn't see that at that time. Defend, scan, Deep Bog. Got him. This enemy also has 3 power. Rough. Gains 6 defense and 3 power at the end of every turn. Loses 3 power when all of his defense is broken, so we definitely need to focus on doing that. I can full defend just by breaking the enemy this turn. It's just whether or not I want to play tendrils so that I don't take the damage. I think I do want to play it out. The better order for damage is Lucky Shot, Enhanced Trigger, Shovel. I may not want to use Shovel this turn, though. I do get to draw extra cards here, so hopefully we draw something better. Yeah, Burner will do. But Blast upgrades. No, Burner. Burn now. Blast later. Does that mean you can break his defense, then apply it to him and break it again? Ooh, can I? That would be really interesting. I don't know about that, but I hope it works like that, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna gain 2 charge and 2 defense, spend a charge to gain 2 actions. So that's just 2 defense and 1 charge that I ultimately gained there for nothing. Not sure if you saw my thing about bug reports or if you'd like me to repeat it because I think it's a relatively important point, although it's not relevant to current gameplay. Sure. What's it about? If he doesn't have power, he gets negative. I do want to see if that's possible. I don't know if it is, but I hope it is. You should rate bugs as orange or red faces when you submit bug reports because the report volume and feedback screen voted positive or neutral might not even be looked at, and to perhaps things that the cultural experience. Ah, right. I assumed it was kind of like, is this something that is unplayable? Then, like, make it really angry. And to me, it was just like the first time you play that card, you're a little like, oh, and then after that, you're fine. Is there a reason his action is hidden? Is there? It's directly above the head. I'm sure you have no idea what overanalyzing a trivial decision is like, he said, having just watched more Disco. Overanalyzing trivial decisions is very much a core part of my personality. I want a Bog Secret right now. Let's get bogged. Bog Champ, baby. Ooh! Energizing Vapors. Kick that, start getting Mending. So how did Raps get that Bog Secret? What event? The event was help someone find their way into the bog. It was one of the random orange events that can happen between things. I think I have to shovel this turn to break the enemy's block to lose their 3 power, lest they keep it. Okay, enemies got counter this turn, so I don't attack. This is probably my Lucid Hunker Down turn, if I had to guess. Yeah, it is. I don't want extra charge, so marking the enemy isn't good for me. Guess I wound them? Maybe on a later turn? But I also want to just throw this Lucky Shot out. Like, it's... It'll upgrade. Fine. All's well that ends well. Gave me a hunker down, which I can then use to defend. Woo! Okay. Not being attacked this turn, but the Spark Mine is. I can't defend it at all, though. Hunter 3-Quiz attacks apply wound if unmitigated, and 3-Quiz takes 20% more damage. Yeah, so this is definitely the turns where I want to get him. Give him all the business. Actually, there's some business left in this gun. You're going to need to take that too, bud. I think it might be Deep Bog's Secret and Gaff here. Oh, these defends! Baby! That lucky coin is paying off? Hell yeah. I mean, the scan is also being ridiculous for us in this fight so far. Absolutely insanely good. Let's hatch that. I have gotten so much progress on the bogs in this fight. It's ridiculous. Okay. Life just got bad for us again, and I have no defense. And my cards no longer gain experience, so now we're just going for lethal. Yeah, I need to break the enemy's block, but... Oh. Kick and Lucky Shot could do it. Actually, no, with the wound on the enemy, they're very likely to. Pouch. I do have Pouch, but playing it doesn't give me any experience right now. But also playing Pouch, and then if I get something that isn't even good from it, that doesn't really help me here. Like, even if draw from it isn't even good for us right now. If I get that, and then I don't remove the enemy's power, because I won't have enough damage to remove the enemy's power, I take a bunch more damage. So here I think I Lucky Shot and Kick. Oh, just enough. Actually, Lucky Shot again. Yeah, instead of the kick. And then burn. Okay, let's wound you as well as kick you. Let's throw a gaff as well. I'm throwing the gaff for damage at this point. Okay. Let's use this blast, hoping for another cheap attack. No. Looks like the enemy's changing stance right now. No, they were just powering up. Dang it. I'm gonna gain the extra actions from the gun smoke. Burn him. Mr. Burn. And a kick to round it out, sure. I love the kick animation because it's very much kind of like, you know, kids on the playground kicking each other in the shins for fun kind of situation. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Now, do I or do I not kill him? Definitely kill. Murder. No benefit to sparing Rook Day 1 boss. Good to me. Fill him with lead. War Story. Gamble, gain 5 influence or 4 dominance. Oh, Lord. That's pretty good. Okay, attack twice, so draw a card. Honestly, I'm going to remove either of these. I'm going to take draw a card right now. Stop giving me charge! I'll take the draw card there as well. Deal bonus damage per... No, it's definitely boosted Lucky Shot then. On both of them, ideally. Cash out. Deal... sorry, gain 1 damage whenever you gamble, wherever this card is. Damage reset when played. We're not heavy gambling. Read 2 then. Yikes, I'm probably going for the money here. Unlike Sal's day 1, where they can appear later on and maybe give boons, day 1 Rook never shows up again. I mean, there's also the... oh, sorry, War Story was hidden by my cam. My bad. War Story is here. It is gamble on heads, gain 5 influence. On tails, gain 4 dominance. Improvise Hostile isn't that bad. I mean, which cards would I want to pull out of my deck with that? I guess, like, Visionary Bottom Snail and then gamble, but, like... No, I don't think it is these. Cash Out looks fun for a gambling deck. It does. I wonder if it's enough payout for a gambling deck, though, because it expends, especially. Oh, but you can upgrade it to not expend. But its damage is reset when played. Okay. Spend all charge, repeat this attack once for every charge. I have so many things that that's not going to work with. Because I'm already expending all of my charge pretty easily. Loader, spend all charge, gain 2 temporary power for each charge spent. +2 or make it 1 cost. I mean, that will only ever really get rid of like 1 charge for us consistently because of the Fan the Hammers that we have. Sorry, Fan the Hammers, sorry, because of the lucky shots that we have. We're constantly keeping our count down. We're also using Gunsmoke repeatedly and Enhanced Trigger repeatedly. I don't think I take any of these either. Loader is expensive. Yeah, it's too expensive because obviously, like, you want to play it at the start of the turn as well, so you need to have extra actions to really get stuff. If you get the Mark Graft that can give you charge... Oh, if you get the Mark Graft and hit the enemies, then you'll be able to get charge back. I don't necessarily know if I want to do that, though. Because of the 2 empties that I have. The lucky shots. That problem's dealt with, but if one shadow tracks you down, there may well be others. By the way, not to make too big of a point out of it, but we were never 15 health from dead, which means that eating was just 50 wasted coins. I'm glad that I did it for safety's sake, but at the same rate, maybe I didn't need to. Let's go rest. Actually, wait. Hey, oh no, I can't leave now. I wanted to go remove the horrible rash, because that's not going away overnight. Dang it. So one person now hates me. Feud citizens will now dislike me the first time I meet them. Not super mad about that, to be honest.